We
Knicks fans, yo, we coming hard.
It's time for this real taller high. Been going live on a televised on the blue skies with we on that Friday night Knicks shit with our Knicks constituents. Live the ultra trip. That's that Nick orange and blue. I thought you knew it's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. We stand on business. This real talk brand. You know we in the streets of Manhattan. People in the action, getting the people who reacted, leading up to Knicks and he's getting it cracked. Cause it's game time. We in the world most famous. We seen the Knicks lock your team up. I be serving just like a subpoena. You know the Knicks fan. We feeling real giddy and litty. Cause the New York City gritty committed to beat the city by 50. Well, I'm about to get me a nice life with a smart quarter on ice. For a few bucks in the quarter to pay the order with my smart device. We and Gotham getting it popping in the Apple Rotten. Let the home, let the partner stopping on their Apple watching. It's Knicks Real Talk. The team streaming on YouTube.com. We got two dudes doing good moves spot on, dropping them bombs. When the cop got a spot and dropping some of the hottest Nick content that's up in your head. Enough said, you know, upstairs leaving the guard after they done got their bag. Looks like a cab to fly back to the triad, no jet lag.
Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing with my peoples right here.
We
Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing with my peoples right here.
We
Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing with my peoples right here.
We Yo, what up? What up? What's good, everybody? Salute, salute, salute. We in the building, man. Knicks Real Talk, Divine Shy Powers. We here for the summer, man. About to get it popping. Talk a little Knick talk, man. The season is over officially. Boston Celtics are the NBA champions. They eliminated the Dallas Mavericks yesterday, guys. 4 games to 1. So now the season's over. Now we can get into some real stuff. Free agency, everything, draft, trade, everything. So salute to everybody. Hope y'all having a great summer so far. Let me bring my partner in the building, man. You know what it is. Shop Powers, what's good, my man?
Salute to you, Divine, as always. Salute to the family that's in the chat. Let's get it.
Salute to the chat. Just Knicks is in the building. Julie in the building. Johnny Davis. Andrew in the building. With a salute to everybody, man. I hope y'all having a great summer. Everything good, man. And y'all just enjoying it while you can. I'm doing the same thing.
Not to cut you off, Divine. Julie, I think if I haven't logged into it yet, but I seen that Julian Blunt may be doing podcasts now. If you are Julian, just put your put where it is on YouTube, I guess, in the chat, so everybody could do it, or try to. I don't know how you can send a link onto the chat, but try to do something like that so we can all see it or something like that. I believe so. If I'm right, just give me a thumbs up and put it in the chat, Julian Blunt.
Yeah, Julian was rocking Knicks Live. I know that. So if it is, but salute to you, Julian, man. Keep progressing, man. Keep doing your thing, my brother. You got our support down here. But yeah, man. Hey, listen, staying over now. Team able to sign Shop Power, able to sign a guy that's on their team to free agency deals. So anything, anywhere, sooner or later, you might hear something down the line with Anunoby, maybe any free agent that we may have that Knicks may be looking to retain or bring back, things of that nature. So it's gonna be interesting in the next couple of weeks, and next couple of months, and all that good stuff. Obviously, we got extension available guys out there like Jalen Brunson, Randall, which I don't think that's gonna happen, but Thibodeau got extension coming on and all that good stuff. But I'm really looking forward to see what the Knicks is gonna do and how they're gonna how would I say, facilitate the salary cap situation to get us to make us a better team or a stronger team. So it's gonna be a lot of noise out there. But right now, we got I think the main one right now, probably to me, is Anunoby, then Hartenstein, and so on and so on. And obviously Pressure Chua decided to keep him. What's your thoughts for the year? What's your thoughts with the Knicks going forward, man? What you're looking for and what you're looking to see us do in the next couple of weeks or month? Let us know what we're going for the rest of the year.
Well, some of the big things, the two biggest things is the names that you just mentioned, iHeart and OG Anunoby. And let me just say this, Knicks fans. When there was some speculations out there about OG is not happy with the signing. The money that they're offering. Today was the first day. Maybe they did talk to him. Maybe they made him an offer, but let's just let it settle. You know, everybody. I mean, I'm not saying that he was out for no Knicks for clicks or nothing like that, but I'm just saying it just happened today. Who knows what they offered him? I'm pretty sure OG is going to get somewhere from 29 million to 35 million, somewhere in those ranges, 130 something to 145 million, somewhere in that range. He's going to probably fall with some stipulations on there. 65 games. Maybe some one of the stipulations I've seen out there about minutes on the court, making a defensive team. You know, his money that he's going to be offered is not going to actually be the money that he can receive unless he make the incentives. That's how I think they're going to try to structure his contract. So if anything went down with OG and, you know, he didn't like what he heard from the Knicks or all that stuff, whatever. And I mean, I think he's coming back. I think our heart is another person that I think we're going to bring back. I don't see no team offering iHeart 25 million over the next 4 years, especially some of these teams that, you know, that are looking to try to acquire him. You know, the names that are out there. I'm not sure if, you know, if he's going to go there. There, you know, there's some, you know, even if I think iHeart stays here if someone offer him $23 million. And then we only giving him 16, 17 over the contract year. If he gets $72 million from the New York Knicks, you figure, let's say 70 million, that's 35 million. He's gonna probably walk away in the next couple of years with almost $40 million. You know what I mean, from the contract from the New York Knicks. You know what I mean, after they hit him with the taxes, they're gonna probably take half. So, you know what I mean, he's gonna walk away with about $40 million. I think he has built a home here. He's been here the last 2 years, and I don't think an extra 5, 6, maybe $7 million will, you know, influence him to go somewhere else to start all over again. I mean, especially if the contracts that are out there, 2 years for $50 million, you're gonna go over there and get $50 million, and then what? And I mean, look for another team to start all over again. You know, are they going to re-sign you again and all this other stuff? So I think that's hoopla. And after that, man, after we get our 8-man rotation, that's when it really start, man. You know, all these trade deceptions and all this biannual money and mid-level money and all that stuff. You know, they're gonna have to figure a way how to get that all squared away. And I know Brock Island, these guys are gonna really work hard and diligent to get them to be either right under the cap or maybe a little bit into that first apron cap that they talk about all the time.
Yeah. Let me finish right quick with the OG segment, then I'll move on to Hartenstein on my side. But for me, with OG, the OG situation is this here. We gave up a lot to acquire him. You know, we gave up 2 murdered young players and on our team, and Quickly and RJ and these guys, and you know, and I understand you know, how people feel, but OG is a big part of what we try to do in New York. I mean, he fits in here seamlessly. I mean, hopefully he, he can have a more healthier season. But make no mistake about it, I'm hoping this cat come back to New York, and they work all this stuff out, which I know they will. Like I said, the Knicks, I don't think the Knicks would have made that trade knowing they signed him. You know, I mean, they was like, okay, you know what, we're not going to give up RJ and this guy, and if we can't sign him. I think that would have been a bad move, but I also think that, you know what, I think he's gonna wind up getting this 35 a year. I'm gonna say 35 a year, probably wind up with 140 million. And so be it. You know, he's worth every penny, because you see how we were when he was on the court. When he was on the court, the Knicks had a damn good basketball record. You know what I mean? And I think Julius Randle, Anunoby, and Brunson, and these guys is a really good, solid basketball team. And he's that guy that the Pacers wish they had against the Boston Celtics, or Dallas wish they had against the Boston Celtics in the playoffs. You know, in the championship game, that one dude who literally could defend your best player. You know what I mean? And so that just goes to show you, how much talent, how talented you are as an offensive ball player. Can you imagine the Dallas Mavericks if they would have had Anunoby against Boston Celtics? It might have been different. You know what I mean? And so that's gonna be interesting to see what they say. Yeah, he was, man. He's a solid dude, man. I mean, he impressed the shit out of me, man. You know, we seen Anunoby games when he was with Toronto. Not every day because we Knicks fans. We watch a lot of Knicks basketball, and we don't play them. We know 9 out of 10. We probably unless you're an NBA guy and you know you like to watch all the teams, you know. But this cat, he showed me a lot of things, man. I'm like, this cat really could get down with the basketball. His outside game was nice. He rugged down the middle. He go down the paint. He'll throw it on you. He got
a short jump shot.
Right, he got a mid-range, and his physicality impressed the shit out of me. So I think he's gonna pay made a dividend for the Knicks, man. So I'm really looking forward to him again to get locked up and do the damn thing. I give him his money. He deserved what he's supposed to get. We like Shaw Powell said, we deal with all the how would I say the stipulations in the contract and all that stuff down the line. Obviously, they work all that out as well. But man, make no mistake about it, this brother, man, you put him together with, like I said, Hartenstein, a healthy Hartenstein, a healthy him, a healthy Randall, and obviously DiVincenzo and Brunson. You got a pretty good starting five right there, man. That's pretty tough to deal with because you got guys who can Randall and Shaw Powell, Randall and Brunson are your main ball guys, scorers that you know when DiVincenzo can light it up when he get it on. And so I'm looking at him to come to even have a better year than last year. DiVincenzo, I think he got his foot. He got his foot wet. He got it cemented in New York now. I'm looking for DiVincenzo to do some really big things next year, man. I think he's gonna take that starting 2-guard spot and run with it. You know what I mean? I think so. I know I can imagine what he's doing in the off season. You know what I mean? So let's salute to him. But just to get back on the Anunoby thing, I'm excited about this man coming back to New York. We haven't had a guy in New York like this in a while. For the last 4 years, it was, you know, RJ and Randall and Obi Toppin and these guys, man, this dude is on another level. You know, he really is, man. So I'm happy the Knicks made the trade for him, and I'm hoping that they get and sign him, solidify him. And we've been doing, probably working out all summer, getting his body right, trying to find out what parts of his body he can nurse that hamstring back to, being 100% and everything like that. Shaw Powell, but I'm really looking forward to this guy coming in here in the training camp. Really, it's different when you play a half a year than the whole year. You know what I mean? He came here halfway through the season. He kind of had to figure out to get in where you fit in with the Knicks. What's amazing to me is that he did this seamlessly. The transition was phenomenal. He's like, I'm a basketball player. I can play in any system. You know what I mean? And he really showed that to me. He came in, played in our system. He's a Tibbs type of player, and he went 24. We went 24-5 with this dude. So it's gonna be interesting, man. But now let's hope that we don't want to hear all the rumors out there like the ESPN and all, and they starting that shit already. But I know the Knicks will pay Anunoby that money because I know they would not want to lose Anunoby for nothing. They wouldn't want to let all that walk for nothing. So I'm not too much worried about it. I think he'd be here for sure.
Yeah, I'm not pressed about it. I'm not listening to none of the hoopla. I believe there was already a wink, wink, smile, smile. You know what I mean? Already put on that table when they made the trade was in transaction. I just I don't see him not coming back. You know what I mean? And like I said, I see him signing from somewhere from 29 million to 35 million, in that range, somewhere around there. I hope he could be closer to like 32. I mean, somewhere meet him in the middle with 32 with some stipulations, at least this year, because the biggest thing with his contract will help us make more moves with his contract, if that makes sense. If he signs, the more money that we spend for him, the less money we'll have at the end after we sign our heart and talk about the 8 guys that we have. So with him signing somewhere 30, 32 million, it leaves a little bit more meat on the bone for us to maybe bring back Sims again, because it's not all about it's about 15-man roster. We also have to think about roster. The roster consists of a cap space that includes 15 men or at least 14 men on your roster. You know what I mean? In order to make that cap money number or whatever it is. So we have to, equate that in there. We can't go into the season with 8 men on the roster. You know what I mean? Or we're gonna hit with, every extra seat that they got on the bench, they're gonna get hit with a number, a tax or something like that. So I hear. So I think the Knicks are gonna do smartly. I think wherever his contract is gonna probably start on the low end and gain towards the end, Just like I believe Hartenstein's contract is going to be like that because we need the money this year. And I mean, we got to stay under the cap, under the first apron at 178. 178.7 is over the first apron. That's how much. That's the cap for this year coming up. That's the cap. And anything over 178.7 is over the cap. And I mean, I think they can maybe dangle a little bit if they make all the moves before they hit the cap. This is a big, intricate thing that these guys are going to have to do. And, you know, Brock Osweiler's already got everything. He already got the plan already. He already know what he's going to do. Now they just waiting to see who they're going to trade, pick up in this draft pick, because I think they're going to pick up 2 players. I think they're going to do 1 or 2 things with the 24th, 25th pick. If 24th pick is up and Ryan Dunn is on the market, the new CAA guy, they're going to pick him up. Then they're going to trade the 25 pick back into the second round for 2 second-round picks, and maybe pick up the 33rd pick and whatever other pick that they get in the second round. And I mean, I think they're going to have to try to get 2 to 3 guys from off of this trade to come into the lineup to fill the bench. And I mean, we have to go into the season with, I believe it's at least 14 players on the roster. And I mean, now including the G League and all that stuff, we have to come in with guys on the roster. Now, this is another reason why I think they'll pick up these 3 trades or so, whichever, because
trade
these guys can
3 trades or 3 drafts. You talking about trades?
The draft. Excuse me, the draft. I mean, the draft. Why I think they're gonna pick up, because it fills space on the bench, and if you need to, you can send them down to the G League to get a little burn, so they can keep fresh, learn ideas, you know, play with some basketball, so they're not allocated to sitting on the bench. I think they could do that. And I mean, and have 10 players on the bench and 3 players in the G League or something like that. I believe they could do something like that, because with all these guys coming off the top end and the Charlie Brown, all of them pretty much are off the contract. I'm not sure if they're going to be back in the G League. And if we're looking at top end too, we have to take into consideration if we're going to try to fit him into a contract to help us to be on the bench too. You know what I mean? So there's a whole lot of things that's out there. Are we going to keep Sims? Or are we going to let Sims go? I think he's on a team,
team option.
Team option. He's on He's on a team option. So the team, if they don't really think that he can fit in, they can let him go.
Yep. Well, yeah, hold that draft thought, because I do got a segment on the draft. We get into that too. So hold that thought about the draft. Real talk. We are definitely moving to that. But real talk. Salute everybody in the building, man. AP was good. Julian, my man.
Yes.
Baby and everybody. Salute to you guys. Andrew, everybody. Johnny Davis, AP, everybody. Salute to all you guys, man. Thank y'all for coming in. But yeah, man, we know Anunoby, I think it'd be a lot to be here. I think Shy Power touched on Hartenstein. And he's an interesting another scenario. Like Shy Power said, that 4 years, $72 million. That's interesting. That's a really interesting thing to deal with, because do we go ahead and lock him up for that money? You talk about what, 18 a year pretty much. He'll be making what right now?
I think his first year, I think the first year would be about almost 17, 16 and some change. The second year be 17 and some change. The third year be 18, close to 19 and some change. And the last year be 20 and some change. And I mean, that's how they would probably structure the contract, something like that.
Yeah. Real talk. So he's gonna be another one, because, like I said, for all he do for us, he fits well with Jalen Brunson. They got a good game. They got a good pick and pop game, pick and roll game. They play well off each other. I don't see why the Knicks won't bring him back. I think he definitely fits into what we do. He seemed like he done found the home in New York, but ain't nothing guaranteed in life. Like I said, he didn't want to leave LA Clippers. He wanted to stay there. You know what I mean? He did. So nothing's guaranteed, and it all depends what the Knicks do. But I think you bring him back. I wish they would bring him back and put his money up front and let it decline as you go on through the year, like they did Mitchell Robinson. Really, because that way, regardless of what happens in another year or two, his contract can be easier to move if they have to move it. These guys get these 4-year deals, these 8-year deals, 4-year deals. I'm wondering if they're going to be lifelong Knicks. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you give Hartenstein a 4-year deal. When that 4 years is up, do you think they're going to sign him for another 4, or are they going to be 4 years and done? Like Mitchell Robinson's situation, do you think Mitchell Robinson's going to be a lifelong Knick? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's interesting because the Knicks got a big dilemma on their hand, ladies and gentlemen. Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson injuries is something for that money. That's just me personally. I think they got to weigh and judge that, because you can't have Mitchell Robinson miss 60 games or 50 games. You can't have Hartenstein missing like 25, 30 games, and you got $31 million out there and they not playing. That's my only interpretation with giving these guys, both of these guys, this money. It's like, we got 2 centers and they not even playing. And like I said, one thing you got to remember, Hartenstein injury is Achilles. That ain't going nowhere. That ain't going nowhere. Achilles, you could play 20 games. Next thing you know, you come down on that foot wrong. It's the chance you got to take, because it's the business. I get it, but it's going to be interesting to see how they do him and Mitchell Robinson. And me from a business standpoint, I'm only looking from the business side, not the skill set, because they both fit what we do. Do you waste? Because we love Mitchell Robinson as a player, we love Hartenstein as a player. Do you say, I'm willing to let that money sit on the bench if they get hurt, knowing that there might be other ways out there to get a guy that got a kind of similar skill set, who might can give you the same numbers they give him, 10 rebounds, 10 points. Shit, Andre Drummond can do that in his sleep, maybe. You know, so it's interesting to see how the Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson and Precious Achiuwa conundrum going to fall out, because you really, seems like Precious Achiuwa is more healthier. He put up 7 points a game last year, 6 rebounds. So I think a lot is going to depend on if Hartenstein signs that deal. I don't know if one of them other 2 guys are going to be here. I just think that it's because of the injury history. This year, Mitchell Robinson missed a lot of games, and the year before that, he missed 50 something. So do the Knicks say, like, you know what? Can we gamble on him being healthy? Sharp Howard's like, if this cat going next season and he go through the same thing, them foot injuries, guys. Listen, you can hurt your arm, you can hurt your back. I don't give a when you a big 7-footer and your injury problem is your feet. That's tough to deal with. So it's going to be really interesting to see how the Knicks maneuver this thing with Hartenstein and them. But I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled with him coming back. I have no problem with it. But I think if he come back, the front office is going to have to make a decision on some of these big dudes, man, because like Mitchell Robinson wasn't there for us in the play when we needed him. Anunoby, Randall, these cats wasn't there. You know what I mean? Do the Knicks in their mind say, do we want to go through that same thing in the 82-game season and get to the playoffs? And them cats is not there. That's the only thing I think the Knicks front office is going to be grappling with about these guys. Other than that, I think you sign them all, let them come back. Mitchell Robinson already signed. You sign Hartenstein, that's fine. I don't have a problem getting the money. They just got to make sure that this cat is going to be able to play. Because if he go down, Randall ain't going to go down. Randall was an Iron Man. His injury wasn't like something that reoccurs, I would say, Shop Powers. It don't reoccur all the time. It happened. A freak out. The cat went up in the air. My man low cut him, bang, hit his shoulder. But I'm not worried about him. But Anunoby, a little bit of an injury history. Mitchell Robinson, injury history. If they want to be contenders, they got to be like the Boston Celtics of the world. They was healthy except for Porzingis. They guys was there. David was there. The only reason we didn't get to where they was at because our guys wasn't there. So I'm really looking to see how this thing pan out with Hartenstein. But other than that, I have a problem with signing the back shop. I think he's worth the money. He's had a good year for us. He came in here at $8-9 million. Now he doubled his money. He played hard enough, and it makes you normally reward guys like that. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I think they get him back. I think they get him back, and I think I'm pretty hopeful that both of those guys come back, and that will solidify a solid 8-man rotation with Ahad, OG, with Mitchell Robinson, with Deuce McBride, DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, Brunson, and Randall. That's a strong 8-man rotation. I mean, and I think those 8 guys are pretty much guaranteed right now. And we just have to worry about getting another six to 7 players from there.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, he hard's not gonna be one of those guys, but I think, like I said, they do the right thing by him. But obviously then you got the bogey decision, Shaw Powers. I think you was touching base on something earlier. It made a lot of sense. We was on the background talking about Bogdan and how we would go about it. Because at one point I was like, sign a dude, and then at the trading deadline trade him. But I think you had some other scenario that kind of made me think about, do we really need to sign with, let him just get the $2 million, blah, 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 whatever. I want you to touch base on that a little more, on to just clear my mind about it. But I thought that he was starting to come into his own. Shaw Powers went before he got hurt. He was just starting to get things, and then obviously he got hurt against Philadelphia 76ers, and we missed him. We missed Bogey in that second round against the Pacers. You know what I mean? So he good scorer, got the grit to play there. Defense and all the grit is not great, but the cat can score the basketball. And what was our Achilles heel in the playoff? Our bench couldn't score until Alex Burks got popping for us, and and every now and then Deuce was starting. So, got him, kind of touch bases to me and reiterate what you were talking about his situation involved with the mid-level and everything like that. And maybe these guys can chime in about it, and you give me a clear understanding what you were talking about.
Yeah, there's a couple of ways that they could do it. I mean, they can evidently the easier way to do it would be to give Bodega his $2 million and let him walk for now. You know what I mean? Give him the $2 million, and that will keep us way much farther away from that apron, that 178 number. And I mean, we waive him, we just hit him with the $2 million money that we have to pay him this year, and that will have us easier to use our mid-level exception, which is about 13 million, 12.8, 12.9. Some places I see 12.8, 12.9, but about $13 million. And I mean, which can be, I think, broken into half, or you could make contracts out of that $13 million. So I think that the Knicks are probably going to pay him his $2 million and try to use that mid-level exception. I don't know when the last time they used it, but if they have a chance to use it this year, they should try to use it. It's about $13 million. There's a couple of names out there that people are throwing past. The Carusos, the Oubre, those names like that can probably fit into that $13 million. The biggest question is, not for us, but for the Knicks, is, do the Knicks want to keep Bodega and keep that $20 million $19 million that we would give to them? Are they going to make a trade? Because if they're going to make a trade and they keep that $19 million, and like you was just saying, Divine, there's a couple of ways that you could break this situation up. You can keep Bodega's money, and now you got Bodega's money with Mitchell Robinson money. You know what I mean? That's 30, 31, $32 million. And now you could go look for somebody else. You know what I mean? With that, a trade with that. But that's going to get us close to the to that apron. So, how it's a couple of ways they could work it. I know they want to make all the deals before they hit the apron, because if they're signing OG and Ahad and signing into the apron, that's not bad. But you don't want to go into the apron and then keep going into the apron. You know what I mean? If you go into the apron, you want to stay away from that second apron. That second apron is one. I don't think I wrote that down.
90. 190.
Yeah, hold on, I got it on my phone.
They worried about to pay 170-something million. They don't in taxes, so I know we ain't trying to be there. But
the second apron is 189.5.
Yeah,
189.5. The second apron, that's over 185. So you can use up to their committed salary right now is like $103 million or something like that. But once you add OG, once you add Ahad, then there'll be about 154, 155, somewhere around there, which would be about 20-something million one 22, 24 million away from the first apron, which is 178.7. You know, they got some wiggle room right now, you know what I mean? But it's going to be tight. It's all about what moves you're going to make. Are you going to pick up these 2 draft picks, 3 draft picks? You know, are you going to bring back? Because if they bring back, this is what we'll know by the end of this month. If they bring back Bodega, the Knicks are going to make a trade. All right, if they don't sign Bodega, then the Knicks ain't making a major trade. They're going to bring in a couple of people on that mid-level exception. Maybe can try to use that biannual exception, which they have, which is $5 million, or maybe even sneak in Obi Toppin's $7 million on a trade exception. You know, try to sneak that money in too. They have 3 trade exceptions: 7 million, 6 million, and 4 million, or something like that. You know what I mean? I think the other 2 can go into next year, but Obi's money is that $7 million is coming up soon. So, and if they're gonna get somebody, they could use that $7 million to get somebody. You know what I mean? Just like that biannual, which is about $5 million. Now that trade exception that we talk about could be a money that you can give to a Precious Achiuwa. That's how you bring Precious Achiuwa back. You know what I mean? That $6, $7, $8 million, that trade exception. You can say, I think that one is continuous for 2 years as well. So you give them to 2 or 3 years. So you give them $21 million over the next 3 years, 3rd-year team option or something like that. No, so it's a way that you can finagle the guys that you want, get 1 or 2 players to strengthen your bench, and bank on these players from the draft. That there's a slew of names out there now that's all talking about coming to the Knicks. And I got 3 guys that I like, but I already said my number 1 guy that I think the Knicks going to get, the CAA guy, Ryan Dunn. But there's also if Edie drops down to 24, 25, or there's another guy, Issei Missy, another real good guy, man. Missy, really good looking guy, man. 7 foot, about 20 years old. Block shots, almost like a young Mitchell Robinson. So if you get one of those guys in the draft, yeah, it's easy to move on from Mitchell Robinson because you got someone to back up Mitchell Robinson, either Edie or this guy Missy to back up for Hartenstein and moving on from Mitchell Robinson. Then it all depends on if they sign. Everything depends on what happens with Bodega. Bodega gets signed, the Knicks are going to make a trade. If they don't sign Bodega, then we're going to go and use that mid-level exception. One of the 3 exceptions that we got this year, we're going to use maybe 2 of them plus 2 or 3 of those draft picks.
Yeah, for me, ladies and gentlemen, salute everybody in the chat too, man. Thank y'all for y'all comments is really popping in there. Thank y'all for make sure y'all hit that like button, that subscribe button.
Thank you, yes, sir.
Yeah, right now we in summer mid-season form, so we really amped and everything. But on a Bodega note, I like the fact that him and Mitchell Robinson at 30-something million. I think Frank Mato said for who. I don't know who you would
get. That's the problem.
Yeah, but I do know it's good to know that
we don't know.
Yeah, you have that luxury of being able to make that trade. Because think about it. Other than Bodega, he's the only one got a really good tradable contract because you ain't giving up Julius Randle. He's the only one got that $19 million. You need that salary.
It's expiring. Yeah, it's expiring.
Yeah, right. And you need that salary to put in the trade because you got one thing. What's the big thing? Match your money, right? So if you want somebody out there who worth $30-something million, you other than Mitchell Robinson or Bodega, who you going to give up to match that $30-something million?
And it has the trade has to be made before they go into the luxury tax. If they hit the first luxury tax, it got to be money for money, damn near. The first luxury tax is almost similar to the second. The second one is a super restriction. If you trade a player for $50 million, if you want to play for $50 million, you can give one player for $50 million. The first apron, that's a little different. I'm not sure how you can combine the contracts, but you can't take back any money. So if the player you looking to get, you giving up. The play is $28 million, but you're giving up $32 million. You don't get no money back, so you lose all the money. If you overpay, if you pay, if a play is $25 million and your trade that you're giving up is $30 million, you can't get no money back on the first apron. And the second apron is definitely none of that. It's player for player.
Yeah, you know what? For me, the only reason I bring this up, why it makes sense to me. Think about some of the guys out there who playing for 30. Not that they're gonna get traded. I'm just saying, just use some names. Mikal Bridges, 23, 25 million. You know what I mean? You probably right around Brandon Ingram money. I'm not saying these cats. I'm just trying to let you know these are the type of guys who are around that type of money. Like if you put Mitchell Robinson and Bogdan money together, these guys out there got money like that, like around so the $30-something million type player, $30 million player, whatever the case may be. It's gonna be interesting to see. So I do think you're gonna get some movement on that. But even on the draft roll, we're gonna get to that later. Y'all hold that draft though, because y'all got some good draft thoughts. And I got the top 25 draft prospects, and I'm gonna put that up and let you see what some of you guys that you guys like, where they fall into. And so y'all just hold that thought. That'll be the next segment, ladies and gentlemen. I go into the draft thing. I'll show you some of the players that y'all guys might like me to know about. We could talk about it. But I do think that them contracts with Bogan and Mitchell Robinson, and I'm a Mitchell Robinson guy, but it's time to move on, ladies and gentlemen. I love my man Mitchell. I can't take the injuries, bro. I think the best ability is availability.
Right. If we'd had Mitch the first year that we had him when he played, what was that 72, 74 games or something like that? That's the Mitch I was looking forward to seeing. Not having Mitch out 2 years in a row with 50 more hurting year missing games. I mean, over his career right now, in the last 2 years, he missed over 100 games.
Hey, Frank Matos, I appreciate you throwing them names out there because see, all them names do fit what we were talking about. Ingram, $36 million. Mikal, yeah, Devontae Murray around 25, something like that, 30 million, whatever.
A couple of those players.
He's a salute my man Kev. Kev was popping, my brother. Good to see you, Kev, in the building. Kevin Middleton, my man. Salute, Kev. Real talk. He said we never have money, but Celtics have $1 billion roster. T-Will's $900 million roster. Yeah, that's gonna be tough. When you think about it, hey Kev, they're gonna have to re-up. What's my man name? Jason Tatum. They're gonna have to re him up. They done gave Porzingis money. They done gave Drew Holiday money. Jaylen Brown got his $300 million. It's time to re up my man. So they gonna be in you talking about double? They might be in a triple apron. They might be
they at the max. They don't care. They win a title now. That's what they put all those players there for, to win a title. But they are definitely you see they players. They only run a solid 7-8 man rotation because they only got 7-8 men. Everybody else is $1 million man. You know what I mean?
Yep. So yeah, they got a bunch of decisions to make because a lot of them guys like Pritchard gonna be due pretty soon. His rookie contract will be up. So a couple of them guys is gonna get that money. So we'll see. But I just thought the Bogdan and the decision is gonna be interesting. That's really gonna be a big major part of what they're gonna do. If the New York Knicks opt in to keep Bogdan,
making a trade.
Get it traded. Yep, they're gonna trade him.
Making a trade, no question.
Before the trading deadline or before it. But I do think they will do that to be able to match a salary. Leon has built a decent roster with the Noble Boy, Julius, and OG. We are getting it. We are, man, Andrew. We really are. I like our squad, man. I really like this team a lot. I just do think that we got some interesting decisions with our centers and guys like that. And I think a lot of players that come in here, there's one thing to say, get this player, get that player. Are they going to be able to fit with Jalen Brunson? You just can't bring in anybody. I don't care how talented they are.
It's about fit first. It's forget the money. Get the money that counts. It's about fit first, of course, with this New York Knicks team.
Yeah. They're going to be able to say, okay, Jalen Brunson's the head of the snake. This is his team. I don't care if you KD or anybody. If you come here, this is Jalen Brunson's team. You know what I mean? So any player you bring here can't come in here and try to be the alpha dog. No, we got the alpha dog already. We got that dude. This is his franchise. He's the key to the franchise. He's the reason why Tom Thibodeau getting an extension. He's the reason why a lot of things go on in New York the way they're going is because of Jalen Brunson. Because that's why the Nova Boys is here. That's why his father's here. That's why fucking Tom Thibodeau got a history with him. He is the head of the snake in New York, ladies and gentlemen, and he's rightfully worthy of it. Frank Model said Bogey and McBride plus picks for Devontae. I don't have a problem with that whatsoever. I don't have a problem with that whatsoever. I'm
not gonna say I got a problem with it, but I'm investing in DiVincenzo right now because if we bring Murray over here, DiVincenzo goes to the bench. You know what I mean? But what a hell of a spot he would have on the bench. He'd probably be the sixth man. But I think DiVincenzo, like you said earlier, Devon, I think DiVincenzo is gonna come out with something totally different this off season.
Yep.
He's gonna make some moves to learn how to drive to the basket. Not that he doesn't, but more effective. I think he's not gonna be prone to shooting so many 3-point shots. I think he's gonna step in beyond the 3-point line and start hitting a knockdown. We had knockdown killer at the mid-range game. You know what I mean? Shooting about 48% from the mid-range. You know what I mean? So I think those things that he's going to change now that he's comfortable, and this is going to be his sophomore year as a New York Knick. You know what I mean? I think that's his game. He already elevated from coming off the bench to becoming a starter and becoming one of the most prolific 3-point shooters in the league this year. You know what I mean? Under Tom Thibodeau's system. So I think he's going to come in and change his game. I like Murray. I wanted Murray this year. I mean, this trading deadline, but it wasn't that the Knicks didn't go after him. They inquired about him, but Atlanta was like, wanted more than he was worth, or whatever the case they were talking about. So they turned down the thing. Will his name come back up again? Of course it will. Is it a chance that we could get him? He's in that range of the Bodega's money with anybody. Mikal Bridges is in that thing with Mitchell Robinson and Bodega and some picks. We could get a lot of quality decent players. I can't think of the word right now. Good fit players on the team with a 21 to $25 million price ranges and stuff like that. So I'm not opposed to him, but I think I'm a little bit more invested in DiVincenzo right now because he's already on the court and we only paying him $11 million.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense, man. So yeah, to be determined. We really see. I think Shindo. One thing. Sometimes your second time around, the system. Like DiVincenzo this year gonna be better than he was last year because now he really know Tom Thibodeau's system now. That's like somebody like Jalen Brunson in the first year with the Knicks was good. The second year he was better. I think DiVincenzo gonna have an outstanding year for the Knicks because now he know the system. Like, he coming in the training camp like already knowing how they get down. Like the past season, he came in had to learn the system.
Figure it out. Mm-hmm.
He know what to do now. So he I like him at the two because you know what? You got to make sure the guy fit there. Like I know everybody talking about Devin Booker 200, but you know what? I'm good with DiVincenzo there. I get it because what other than the mid-range game, DiVincenzo shoot lights out from out there, man. And he got that dog in him too. He fit. He's a tough young dude, man. He tough. He gritty. He go hard, and he ain't backing down. He ain't ducking from the smoke, and he'd go to the basket, throw it on you. I mean, this cat got dog in him. You know what I mean? And I think he fits the mold. So a lot of these guys we talking about, I know, they big names, but sometimes it ain't about the name. It's about the play. And I think DiVincenzo, him and Jalen Brunson backcourt is probably going to be solidified next year. I mean, I don't even think that's the position Knicks even need. I think they need to go up top, Shop Howard. I don't think they need a 2-guard. I think they're good there unless you get a backup 2-guard or something.
I think DiVincenzo and Brunson must be. I haven't looked up the stat, but I'm just winging it right here. And I'm going to, put a lot of cushion on it. I think they're the best backcourt in the league, top 10 in the league. You know what I mean? Top 10. DiVincenzo and Brunson, scoring-wise, I think they got to be maybe top 10, top 15 in the league. And I'm really putting some cushions on it because I think they're more than maybe top 10, top 5, somewhere around there, something like that.
Frank Matos throwing a heat. Hey, Frank Matos, I was thinking about that shit earlier, bro. Not before we came on this show. Bogey and Mitch would love to go back home to New Orleans. That's his
would.
What? For Ingram and Alvarado, Brooklyn, I mean, whatever. Man, Alvarado backing up Jalen Brunson. Man, listen. that's tough. That's a tough one right there, Frank Matos. I thought about that before we came on the show. I was like, boy, if Aaron Ingram want up out of there. But like I said, it's just me. I like his game. The trend. Here's one thing you always got to remember about players: they get better under Tom Thibodeau. Thibodeau bring out the best of anybody.
Everybody, man.
Despite what you may think about when they play for another team, Don't look at it when they play for the team. Look for who they coming to. Because a lot of these guys, Shaw Powers, you know what's interesting about them? They good, but the coach they was playing for, or the system they was playing in, or they didn't fit what the coach wanted them to do. Their game didn't suit the way that coach was playing basketball. And that's why I love about Tom Thibodeau. When you come to New York, you come to New York and you know who you playing for. You know the system. I mean, you know how he get down. You already know all the intangibles. You know everything about how this man coach. And if you think your skill set can fit the way he coach basketball, then you're good to go. Because a lot of these guys, man, sometimes you on a team and the coach don't bring out the best in you because he fight for his job, you know, or he ain't really good at what he do. And sometimes it don't translate to fit your skill set. So I can see a lot of guys who have issues with certain teams they on because they fire coaches a lot, or they don't got the complementary players around them that makes their game even more better. You come to New York, you got guys around you. Number one, you got a good coach, and you got guys around you who make you better. So it's a lot of guys that you may think they good, but they come to New York might be different because they got a culture there. You got a coach who's accountable type of guy. You know, he gonna hold you accountable. He's not gonna let you just run the muck and do any damn thing. You know, you got to fit into what we do here. If you do that, so a lot of these guys I'm interested to see, man, and how many we'll see. What he said, Brandon Ingle would be a great move, which also moves. Yeah, and listen, and I'm good either way. DiVincenzo off the bench or DiVincenzo start. I'm just glad he and Nick, because if you look at that team last year, he was our bench guy, but unfortunately with the injuries and the trades, they had to move him to the starting lineup. And when Julius Randle went down, that cat was dropping 20-something a game. You know what I mean? So we got a good foundation. Yeah, we got a good foundation there, man. But listen, let's move on to the draft. And I want to show y'all some of the guys that's out there. Shaw Powers, y'all guys, tell me what y'all think about some of these guys, and you know what you guys thoughts on guys like these guys coming out of the draft, because I didn't know whether the strong draft or not. You know, I wasn't sure. You know, I wasn't tuned into the college game like that. So I'm banking on you guys and all you guys in the chat to kind of give me a little bit more insight on these players that y'all probably was watching during the season when I wasn't watching. Like I said, you know what I mean? Because I wasn't tuned into college basketball. I'm 82 game nicking with a podcast, so I don't have time to really dwell on a lot of it. But interesting guys out there. I went up here and went to SportsIllustrated.com. They got their top 25 player. JJ said it's not a strong draft. D Knight said Ryan Dunn.
It's a lot of bigs and wings, so it's not a lot of superstarish players in this draft, but there's a lot of bigs and wings that got you know, that's the way that the league is coming back to now. Bigs and wings. So this draft right here, we may say it's not a strong draft, but in 2 or 3 years, some of these guys that come out the draft, we're gonna be like, "Dad, that guy, he was 32nd in the draft. This guy balling now." You know what I mean? This guy second round, he was 44. He out here balling. I mean, a couple of these guys, they're all similar with what they do, but they're all different in their own way. You know what I mean? So let's run it down, Divine. I'm ready.
I got right now, Sports Illustrated, their top number one is Alex Starr. Perth Wildcats out of Australia. Which y'all guys take on this guy? Alex Starr, natural talent, defensively makes him a legitimate candidate to go number one in the draft, depending on who lands at number one pick. Mobile rim protector, forward who can guard, space the floor, which makes him a type of wing. Yeah. You know, guys like that would, to me, see, that's what I do want the Knicks to get. That's why I like a Kelly Oubre. Here's what I thought we was missing last year. This season, but the past season. Somebody who could swatch shots. You know, one thing about when you got a shot blocker, they initiate fast breaks. You know, how you want to get your team up and down the floor running, get a shot block in there. Because once he block a shot, the other team, the offense team still on 8 offense heels, and while the defense ready to set there and run in transition. And that's why I wanted the Knicks to go get a shot blocker. Because they need somebody who can initiate a deep, not only for steal, like Josh Hart and Anunoby can do it to a degree, but I think we need somebody who can go out there and literally every time you come down there with some bullshit, I'm throwing it back out of there. I don't care if you get what you call it, when you get field goals, you block somebody's shot, and it. Let me get it right. I want to make sure I'm doing the right word. Offense a defense field goal, not field goal, shot power when somebody blocked a shot and they call it interference, whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, getting a little older. Y'all apologize for that.
Yeah, that's goaltending.
Goaltending. There you go. We need.
Goaltending.
Yeah, thank you, Fabian. I appreciate it. Y'all see my mind running a little slow right now, but I think that's something that we missed the past year. Like Mount's turn. You see how his field goal. You see how his goaltending changed that series for the Knicks. He was throwing that shit up, and that's what Mitchell Robinson used to do in his rookie year. Mitchell Robinson in the first 2 years, he would dude would throw like 4 or 5 a game, and Knicks was out transition running. So anyway, to get back at it, this is what they say. This guy, he's a good rim protector, good shot block. And Fabian said, Atlanta not taking star. He said Atlanta not taking star. Okay. What are y'all thoughts on him? Y'all heard anything about him? Y'all like him or you don't like him? What's y'all thoughts on this cat right here out of Australia? For those who watch college basketball, see them. I don't know too much about him. I had to do some research and do some study, which I will do. I don't know too much about him. But then he's going they got projected him going number 1. So and know what, Fabian, I kind of agree with you because they got Jalen Johnson down there now and the way he playing. So it's gonna be interesting if they decide to go do the Trae Young thing and move all that. I don't know if they're gonna do that. And then you got my man out of UConn, Donovan Kagan. He's a
good player.
Yeah, boy, he can get down.
He's a good player.
Okay, he said for France, not Australia. Okay, thank you, my man. He said elite rim protector. See, guys like that, that's what I want to see, a rim protector. I mean, I just want to see somebody at the forward spot who can block shots, swat shots. I think Joe could be that guy a little more. But anyway, they say he's a pretty good rim protector. What you guys think about him? Y'all big on this guy. Darren was good, my man. Salute. He's a rim protector. Teams just shot 40% at the rim against him. So right now it looks like his game is he got a good defense, rim protection game, high IQ player whose offense game continues to improve. So he look like his impact is on the defense side of the ball, ladies and gentlemen. From what they showing right here. Then they got this cat Nikola Topic, Red Star Serbia. All the Nikola boys got them names. Seem like they can come out there and play. He's a favorite star, and we buy would be crazy. Oh wow, that's interesting. Did he say you got Nikola from Serbia? Then the Nikola boy, they always find a way to get out there and do the thing. Plainly intrigued, come with Topic, big point guard who's extremely gifted playing in ball screens, off showcases, all types of passing, chops that his NBA team decided. The skill level and feeler should help cover some of his limitations. So they look like he got a pretty good offensive game. This cat from right here, Zachary Rasheer, is interesting right here. From what I read, I did hear something about him. Shot power, look like he's a pretty good size guy. Probably underwhelming top overall selection in some drafts, but he's a real candidate here. Given the depth,
we mentioned those Frenchy guys no more.
All right,
them Frenchy guys no more.
Hey, we had a bad experience with Frederick Weiss. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I'm tired of Frenchy guys.
Obviously, Kentucky Wildcats. Shepard. This cat he can definitely shoot the ball real well. That's a shooting dude right there. He can light it up. One of John Calipari boys, so they always got something in them. He looked like they got him predicted to go at number 5. So that's another guy. Rob Dillingham, Kentucky Wildcats. All those cats we leave in Kentucky. They
ain't playing no games. Wildcats.
Nick Yak, real quick. Nick Yak said we were abused the last 2 games at the rim, 65 points in the paint, out rebounded. We need side drive power forwards available with one of those picks, if not 2 bigs. It makes sense to me. I'm with you on that.
Exactly. I'm with all 3, but I can see a way that it can move back if they get whoever the 20. Well, we'll get when we get down there. Let's see how far we drive and see where this guy is. Let's see. My number 1 pick.
If he say with the 24th and 25th pick, the New York Knicks select Devon and Shot Power, you might have to put me in the 50th pick, my man. No, that's not true. My b-ball game is nice. At my age, I still can knock it down from 40 foot religiously. I'm blessed with a jump shot. I'm blessed with a handle. I got game now. Don't get it twisted. So I might be up in that. I might be around 24, 25th AP. Real talk. So, but just having fun with it.
My jump shot off the left-hand side off the backboard is unquestionable.
I get some cats a business right now, man. At my age, I ain't gonna front. I got some game, bro. That's one thing I was a really good sports guy. I was really into sports growing up, man. Baseball, basketball, football, did it all. That's all my mother knew where I was at every day. He out there playing basketball, baseball. You go find him anywhere, but he playing some damn sports. So yeah, I was pretty athletic at my time. But Stephen Castle, he's an intriguing name for a lot of people. Anybody getting coached under Dan Hurley, man. Them cats. They coachable. They got some wisdom in them because just getting around Dan Hurley. Dan Hurley. You know how that goes. He take away back to his father was coaching at St. Anthony and all that stuff. So that's in his family. But Spurs got 2 top 10 picks. Yeah, you know what, man? I think Edie, they got him projected on here. D Nice, they got Edie projected 17. And that's like I said, with the Mitchell Robinson and all them guys situation, you never know. You just never know. All I said.
Edie might fall right off our price range. We might just miss him. Yeah, he might be 15 and 19. We might just miss him. I think I put him in my thing too. I like him too. I think he would come ahead and get under Tom Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau is a big man whisperer. With big man whisper, whatever how that saying goes, he gets a big man over here, and next thing you know, he looks like a superstar. He's done it with Mitchell Robinson. He's done it with Ahart. And don't forget Noel, Mr. Palm Tree. He made Noel look like he was exceptional.
You know what's interesting about Edie, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get to him in a minute. You gotta, one thing I gotta say about Edie, why I think he could be a better player in the NBA, people getting credit for it. There's not a lot of back to the basket guys in the NBA.
Nope.
So he might have an advantage over a lot of guys because there's not a lot of back to play. So he'd be kind of unique in that sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't know how to defend it.
Yeah, right. So he might be kind of unique in that situation because there's not a lot of them in there, and he might be able to have advantage on some of these guys because all these little thin stretch forward shooting dudes, he backs them and cats down. I mean, usually would go foul a dude, you know what I mean? 7-something and the strength that he got. I would have to definitely look at somebody like him because I think we do play in a big man system with Tom Thibodeau. That's why you got Mitchell Robinson and these guys. And can he give us what Gerald Kassim didn't give us shot powers? You know what I mean? So it's really interesting to see how this shit can work out with him. But I think him and Jalen Brunson would be crazy in the big role. You're right, Julian. Jalen Brunson get down that lane, and if that motherfucker center even think about coming near Jalen Brunson, you just throw it up there. And Jalen Brunson got to get into that mindset, knowing that Edie is there. If he ever played with him, I'm that. Listen, if I get in that lane, with Jalen Brunson do better than anybody in the league. He get in that mid-range area, and that center come towards the Jalen Brunson to start to defend him. You just throw that shit up in the air. You know what I mean? So he's gonna be definitely interesting prospect. I love to see Knicks go get that dude, man. But you got Cody Williams out of Colorado Buffaloes. They got him 8, and this guy for the G League Ignite, Matisse Baziz, guard, Ron Holland guard out of G League Ignite. They got him going 10th. Dalton Key from Tennessee. They got him 11th there. I don't know too much about it. They got Isaiah Kala. He's pretty decent. He's a rough rider. He could bang a little bit down there from USC. I've seen a couple of his games. Trey James Saloon, France. I don't know too much about him, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't want no Frenchie.
Right. Davian Carter, Providence, Friars. Providence always brings some good guys out there. This is an interesting dude right here. This could be your backup to Jalen Brunson. Jerry McClain, Duke Blue Devils. I'm a Tar Heel dude. I can't stand them motherfuckers. But anyway, and D Nice say Keel Ware, Therese Sharon Jr. or some of them. Okay, I'll keep an eye on the guys. I'm gonna do a lot of homework over the next couple of weeks on these guys, man. Jacoby Walker, Baylor. Baylor always bring out them tough dudes, man. They, especially my man down there playing with Sacramento. That boy.
Like those names be nice.
Yeah, look, they got Zach Edey projected 17. Let's see I want to read this whole thing, ladies and gentlemen. They're saying Is Edie the most natural fit in the modern NBA? Perhaps not, but you would be hard pressed to watch the film and not see someone capable of helping an NBA team in a defined role. Edie has great hands, rebounds out of the area at a high level, has proven to be very effective in drop coverage defensively and pushes to almost anyone one-on-one. That's what I mean. He's that type of body, matches down low. A pop-up comparison tossed around has him Bodan with Rondovic, but I think there are reasons to believe Edie can have a even bigger impact. Remember, Edie has been playing organized basketball for 7 years and has continued to get better. Big dudes. Bro, that dude is big as hell. Chop out. That brother got some size on him. So hey, I think Tom Thibodeau will bring up the best of anybody. We'll make him that type of dude in New York. So we had to see how it goes, man. But do you think I didn't think he was gonna stay down to 17, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't think he was gonna even stay down to 20-something. I don't see no way in the world somebody gonna pass on that dude.
I don't see nothing either. Big, strong, big, strong looking dude. Look at his arms. Look at his length on his arms. This guy, you already look like Drago over there, looking like he about to fight Rocky over here or something like that. You know what I mean? Big, strong, back to the basket, got a nice back down game, jump, sky hook. He got, and he's 7'5". The guy don't even really have to jump to grab the rim, so you know with him being on the box, you ain't gonna be trying to dunk on him too often. You know what I mean? So I believe in the next couple of years, this guy's gonna be one of the guys, one of these unsung heroes of one of these teams that really makes a name for himself.
Yeah, Julian said he looks like the mountain for Game of Thrones. But listen, man, you all gotta remember, they still college dudes, they still young, so they can be taught. You know, it might take you a year or two, might take you whatever, but you know, some maturation and some maturity comes later in life. You know what I mean? You might not get it out the door, but it all depends who you're around. And think about it. Look, one thing about Tom Thibodeau, he gonna get you to where you gotta go. He done did it already. Right. All the guys that Knicks they bought in under Tom Thibodeau, he got them there. The only one so far I'm disappointed in right now is Jericho Sims. But everybody else, they go in there and work, they study film, and they just get better. And I think, you know, if he there for the Knicks to take, grab him. And lead the worst thing you can say, he got 6 fouls. You know,
yeah, right.
He got 6 fouls, so he's gonna be an interesting guy, man. I don't think he's gonna stay down there though. I don't think so. I just think that he's not gonna stay there because you can't teach size, like D Knight said. You can't teach 7'5". You can't. His presence alone, whether he might not even, he might be another Mitchell Robinson. He might not be an offense player that get you buckets, but his intimidation can be lethal. You know, so I think we might not need him for him to score 20 points. We might need him to get us 8 points and 10 rebounds and 3 blocks, because we got the guys who can score the ball. His presence alone can make a difference when you got these cats coming down here in the lane trying to throw it on somebody. Right. Yeah, it could be interesting, but they got him at 17. Keyshawn George out of Miami Hurricanes.
I like him too.
Okay.
We're looking for him.
Yep, 6'8". 6'8" guy, star power. 6'8" in Miami. George flashed some serious potential during the freshman season, despite middling overall stats. 3-point shooting at 41%. Knocked down. Tyler,
I like him too.
Okay, yeah, Tyler Smith, 6'11". See, that's what I'm with that. That's 6'11" and that 6'10", 6'11". We just need a couple of them dudes who could go out there and do the damn thing, man. And Andrew, I don't know, George. I think George's gonna sign with. I think Andrew, just to answer your question right quick, not to get off the topic. I think he's gonna sign back in LA. I think he stay with the Clippers. I think so. I don't think he's going nowhere.
Yeah, I think Philadelphia is gonna get Ingram.
Woo.
I think Ingram name is out there. They're looking for a small forward. They letting go of what's the light skinned dude on their team that I can't think of his name right now.
Harris.
Tobias Harris. They let him go, so I think that's what they're gonna be looking for a small forward.
He's a good pick. Depending on his money, and Nick, that's a good pickup for the Knicks to buy. How he can defend it.
They got about $40 million or something dollars.
Mm-hmm.
50 million or something.
Yep, Jason Tate, Jalen Tate, they got 21. Golden Bears, Cal. That's the one I think somebody just put in the chat. Who is that?
Man, I love the Khalil. I wish they say his motive, but he was with Khalil is with the guy that used to coach for us. Yeah.
Listen, yeah, Indiana. Yep, 7-footer too, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Kyle, I like him.
Yep, they're 7 foot. Yeah, and listen, got connection to the Knicks already, so you know.
Yeah, I like Khalil.
That's what keeps bringing me back to all these Hartenstein and all these Mitchell Roberts and all these Achuas.
Yeah.
And listen, and here's the one thing about here you got to remember too, no, what y'all don't notice about the Knicks. Knicks fuck around trade all the picks. You know why? Because Knicks always go and get undrafted players. So you think about the Knicks. Other than Quickly and all these guys, they go down there and wind up getting these undrafted dudes who people slept on. Then they come to the D League and they shape and mold them. They sometimes don't even want salary. Knicks fuck around and trade all them dudes because they know that talent is everywhere. And they say for what we need, we can go get these cats, give them a two-way deal, throw them in the G League, sit them on the end of the bench because we got our core 12 guys who are going to play in this rotation. Knicks ain't playing them with 12 guys anyway. So it's not guaranteed they draft any of these dudes. They fuck around move all 3 of the picks because normally they try to go out there and hit a home run. Look, Toppin, Jacob, undrafted. What's his name? Jalen Martin last year, undrafted. Charlie Brown, all these guys, you know what I mean? They don't want the money. Knicks don't need the money. They don't even want to give them $2 million. Fuck it. So, but at the same time, they do the ones they know they want, like Quickly, RJ, and they give them chances now, you know. But so we had to see because if Jacob Toppin pop, like Julian said, if Jacob Toppin come in there and pop this year, a lot of this shit is irrelevant. It really is. They can say, you know what? Our draft choice is Jacob Toppin. That's the one we drafted this year. So, you know, let's hope guys like that pop. They might put these guys in the package there. But if Edie available, I would go get him just for the hell of it. Just for the hell of it. Then moving on, they got Tyler out of Marquette. Tyler Kolek out of Marquette.
I keep seeing this point guard. They keep bringing this point guard up for the Knicks at 24th pick. Okay. I got to do some more homework on him. He's a point guard. They say he plays like Pritchard, not Pritchard. I forgot the dang guy's name. The guy that just played for Indiana. The guy that I can't remember his name.
Indiana Pacers.
Yeah, the white boy that's coming off the bench. I can't.
Oh, TJ
McCullough. Yeah, they say he got a style of game like McCullough. That last guy. I keep seeing him in a lot of draft picks.
Yeah, that's what's up. Well, you know what, man?
Hold on, you didn't go keep going, Devon. Where does we got the 25th, and we got who was 25th?
That was I'm sorry, my bad. They got Cam Christie, Minnesota Gophers.
I don't even know who that is. I ain't do no homework on him.
Me neither. Chef Nick. Oh yeah, D-Nice TJ McConnell.
What is he, a guard?
He is actually yeah, shooting Billy. Let me see, 39 downtown. Don't really say what the position is. But he got a Minnesota Gophers. Minnesota got pretty good ball over there. He said, Devon, no guarantees, but in your position, 25, 24, 25, you can really get a steal. You can. You really can. Hey, we got some. We do have some. Chef Nick, I'm with you on that, man. Don't get me wrong. Quickly was 25. You know, Maxey, like you said, Maxey was down there. Quickly was down there. Who else was down there? Was good at 20. You know, Quentin Grimes was down there at 24, 25. Deuce Bride was 30.
I think we pick all 3 of them.
Okay. I you know what?
$7 million. You get 3 players. That's cheap labor. I hate to say it like that. You get 3 players. That's about $7 million. You know what I mean? Put them on and put them right at the bench.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not. You know, I'm good with it. I hope we do draft somebody because that time these guys get to that
threshold, all the guys will be ready to be moved
on out. The situation is though, if we draft some rookies right now, and knowing that we are going for a championship, and depending on who Tom Thibodeau put in front of them, are they going to get burned? You know what I mean? I hate to see it. You know, one thing I can say the Knicks did well when Tom Thibodeau and and even Scott Perry and them, they played them dude. Like quickly played. Obi Toppin played.
Right. I don't know why they keep saying Tom Thibodeau don't play rookies, because IQ played, Grimes played, all those guys that we had were rookies, played basketball. So I don't get that. Maybe because they didn't have. I mean, I don't know why they say that he didn't play them, but he played a whole lot of rookies for me. From what I remember, all the rookies that we got, Deuce McBride, Jericho Sims, he played all those guys.
Yep. So it's interesting to see. And like I said, you know, like when Quickly and RJ and them got drafted to the Knicks. I don't know what that's about. But when Quickly and all them guys got drafted to the Knicks, we wasn't where we at now, Shop House. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They were playing on guys because we wasn't where we at now. You know, 4 years ago, we wasn't in championship contention. We literally wasn't there. But now the Knicks are in championship contention. You know what I mean? They literally try to bring guys on this roster who really going to help them compete for a title. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with these picks. I mean, I would allow the Knicks. I will use one of them, and I will push the other two back. I'll not necessarily get rid of them because they're not going to play this year anyway. Best believe me, unless you are coming out of college impact player for the Knicks, you are not playing in that rotation this year. Not when they trying to win a championship with Jalen Brunson and all these guys, unless you got a mega talent like y'all say done, maybe because of his defense prowess. But you think about the Knicks roster the way it's formulated right now, I don't know how many guys are going to play compared to 3 years ago when we wasn't where we at before we had Jalen Brunson and before we had these guys that we got guys making 18, 25, 40 million. All that stuff. D-Nice, thank you for that, my man. Listen, D-Nice just put it out there. I didn't hear about that, but RIP to Willie Mays. Man, listen.
Man.
I'm a New York Met, diehard fan to say, hey, kid, come on, what can I say? Me, like I was telling y'all earlier, I'm a big baseball guy. I played baseball and basketball sun up and sun down. I mean, literally. But that was one of my favorite players of all time, man. Willie Mays, salute to RIP to one of the GOATs of this game. I mean, truly one of the GOATs. Before the Barry Bonds, before all these guys they talk about, that was that dude right there. Him and Willie McCovey and all these dudes. Thank you, D-Nice. But RIP to one of the best that ever did it, man. Willie Mays, man. Real talk, man. Thank you for that, man. He's one of the true GOATs in this joint for sure. And this cat can catch a baseball in the outfield like no other, man. Wow. That was peace. Your rest in power to my man Willie Mays, man. Literally. I'm glad you put that out of D-Nice. Appreciate that, my man. Keith Walker was popping, my man. Keith Walker's down in the ATL. Was good. Keith, thank you for coming in. But listen, man, we just want to come in tonight, man, get with you guys and talk about what's going on now that the NBA season is officially over. Boston Celtics won the championship. You know, like we said, now teams can be able to sign their own players if they choose to right now. So we just want to get in tonight, talk about Anunoby, and Hartenstein, all these guys, what the Knicks going to do with them and all that good stuff. Bill Walton as well. AP, salute to you on that.
Yeah.
Walton, Jerry West. Man, these are pioneers and legends of the game, man. These dudes, man, the logo, you name it, Bill Walton, one of the best centers to ever lace it up. That brother was rugged. AP, remember back in the day when Bill Walton used to have that headband on with Portland and that red beard? Man, he used to be terrorizing down that middle, man. Him and Marcus Johnson and all them dudes. Man, there was some brothers, there was some player boys back in those days, man. I used to love NBA back in those days, man. Them cats with Bill Walton and them boys was pretty nice down there. But yeah, salute to all the rest of all them legends, man, and all them guys, man. Thank y'all for blessing us with all y'all skill over these years. And and just rest in power, man. Real talk, all of them, man. They all worthy of that, man. And that's how it goes down for sure, man. But listen, Shot Powers, give me a last word, man, and we're gonna get up out of here and into the next round.
Yeah, Divine, salute to you as always. Salute to the family that's in the chat. Listen, Knicks fans, don't stress out, don't go crazy. I think we signed I Hard. I think we signed OG. We had those guys on the court together for 1 month from December into January, and we were playing great basketball. Then the injury bug hit us again. You know what I mean? So let's worry about the 8 players. Let's get these 8 players first and figure out the next 6 players as we go down the line, man. I still believe we're gonna pick up 3 of those draft picks. So however they move, they're gonna look for. I believe they're gonna look for Dunn and move the other 2 picks back. But we'll all know what they're gonna do if they sign Bodega. Then if they sign Bodega, then just wait for what trade is about to come down, because that means that Bodega and Mitchell Robinson is going to be moved in the deal. With that being said, salute to you, Divine. Like I said, as always, salute to the family in the chat. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, y'all continue enjoying y'all summer. Continue being safe. Continue being healthy, wealthy, and wise, man. All that good stuff. Just enjoy the rest of the year. We'll see y'all sometime next week, man. We come up with some more content and all that good stuff, man. But thank y'all for coming in tonight with fire. Y'all cats was on fire up in there. And Julian, my man, get well. My man, Julian,
Yes.
yeah, my brother, get well and all that good stuff, man. We'll see y'all cats on the next episode. D Nice, my brother, salute to you and everybody. Salute to the chat. That's where it's at. Keith, thank you for coming in. If y'all didn't hit the button, hit it for your brothers, man. And then I'm looking forward to the season, man. Nick's going to be in the damn thing. I'm looking forward to it. I really think it's going to be some good stuff popping off in New York right now, man. We have to figure all this stuff out. I think we got a good front office. I think they brought out and all these guys will make sure we do what we need to do, bring in the right players, sign the right players, do what we're going to do, man. I believe in the front office, and I believe in this organization, man. More than ever, in my whole lifetime, I believe in this organization the way they are right now, and I believe that the best is yet to come. We're going to get it. Until my brother Shaw Powell to chat, we out of here. Y'all cats be good. We see y'all on the flip side, man. Peace.
Peace.
We
Knicks fans, yo, we coming hard.
It's time for this real taller hobby, going live on a televised or on blue skies with we. On that Friday night, Knicks sit with our Knicks constituents, lift the altar trip. That's that Knicks orange and blue. I thought you knew it's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. We stand on business. This real talk brand, you know we in this. We in the streets of Manhattan, keeping the action, keeping the people's reacting, leading up to Knicks and he getting it cracked. Cause it's game time. We in the world most famous. We see the Knicks lock your team up. I be serving just like a subpoena. You know the Knicks fan. We feeling real giddy and litty. Cause the New York City gritty committee to beat the city by 50. Well, I'm about to get me a nice cipher with a smart quarter on ice. For a few bucks in the quarter to pay the order with my smart device. We and got them getting it popping in the Apple Watch. Let the home, let the partners stopping on their Apple Watch. It's Knicks Real Talk. The team streaming on YouTube.com. We got 2 dudes doing good moves spot on, dropping them bombs. When the cop got a spot to dropping some of the hottest Knicks content that's up in your head and upstairs. You know, upstairs leaving the guard after they done got in their bag. Looks like a cab to fly back to the triad, no jet lag.
Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing with my peoples right here.
We
Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing with my peoples right here.
We
Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing with my peoples right here.
we